So welcome back to my channel. This is Gamer Dom and this is a subscriber replay. This is my old mucker Dynamics, who's in the rather maligned tier 5 medium Chinese tank, the Type T34. Now, this is the Chinese clone of the well regarded and well renowned Russian T34. I think he's using the 57mm, which is a rapid firing gun. You can see its reload speed is about 2 seconds on this gun, so it doesn't do much alpha. Boy can it fire, it's almost like an autoloader the way it fires. But he's got a bit of a duff match up here. He's in a tier 7 game on steps. Now the beauty of the T34, the Type T34, is that it has a lot of speed. That gun, as I said, is just blisteringly fast at unloading shells. You can see he carries 100 of them. No premium, no gold at all on this tank. So, and the biggest problem with it is its poor gun depression, which is something anybody who drives Chinese tanks a lot will be well familiar with. Gun depression on these things is pretty lousy. Anyway, it's still a very effective tank, and I loved it, but people seem to not like it very much. So he's coming forward here, he's supporting the main push down. The entire team is lemminged one flank, as often happens on this one. Missed his first shot on that goat, the T24. Don't harm the goat, don't kill the goat. Pulls down. There's 3 artillery on the enemy team. There were 3 on his team, but one's already died. So he's going to drop down, see if he can get some surprise booty sex on the IS. See that 89 damage, that's all he did. Only bounced 2 shots and they finished him off. Okay, so good job. 1 kill. There's a SU-100 up there. Got to be really careful here because that thing could pretty much one-shot him. Oh, look at that gun depression. Look at that gun depression. But he's got past. Oh, I thought he got past. No, the SU is focusing on the goat, which allows Dynamics to just plump shell after shell into him, and he takes him down. Now there's an 88 out there, and that's a real toughie. I'm not even sure he can pen him. 88 is like all these British TDs, has fantastic frontal armour. You have to fire at the commander's hatch, which is generally fairly weak, but with this tank that might be challenging. So he's using the flank. He's got some assistance damage, you see there. Going to get a lock onto there, but that thing's on a real angle to him, so can he get a shot through? No, first shot goes straight into the dirt. And there's an ONI coming back, so he can't even pen that thing. No way he's going to pen an AT when it's on an angle like that. But he is getting assistance damage because he spotted that AT, so that's all good. AT's getting whittled down, whittled down. Can he keep a spot on the... Oh no, it's something he can fight. A regular T34, the Russian variant. But he doesn't really want to take them all on, because if you look, there's a Comet up high. There's the... Oh, the Comet's just taken a hell of a beating. Can he hit the Comet instead? Oh, nice shot, just as he was dipping that down. Unlucky low roll, only 78 damage. That's the problem with this little tank. The alpha on it is pretty lousy. Now Comet lost his life because he was stupid. The AT is still there. It's amazing resilient, that little thing, that big thing. And he's got support now from the ONI, which is going to be impossible for Dynamics to take on. So he's going after this T34. T34's taken a couple of hits. Look at the gun depression again. Can't get his gun down. Looks like the T34's using a small gun like he is. Can he get round him? But the pen on this thing is fantastic, and look at the fast reload. Can he get round the behind? Finish him off. Nicely done. Nicely done. Use the mobility, use the... Oh, he's being chased by the big boys. Getting out the way, trying to get up the hill, just to get out of sight. And hope that his colleagues back there... There's an IS, there's a Cheeto, sorry, and a Stug. Can he get up high? Looks like the AT's after him. Oh, the AT's after him too. Oh my word. There's a Bishop firing at him. AT's about to go down because he seems obsessed with killing Dynamics. Dynamics has got an opportunity to drop down behind the AT. Nice. Gun depression kills him again. Doesn't carry any premium, so firing on the even on the back of this thing, he can't pen him. Look. Oh, I did one shot there. It's a real risky, and he finally gets him. Oh, nicely done. Scoots down under cover, getting away from that the Oni there. Oni's not looking now, which is good, so he can put some shots in there, but he's taking some shots from a KB1. He's virtually dead now. He's on 61 health. But he's done a lot of damage himself. 1100 damage and 4 kills. Can he get down on the bishop again? The gun depression gives him a real problem. Costs him the kill there because, well, certainly costs him some damage because he really needed to get the gun down quicker than he was able to. Right, so situation report now. The team has managed to win, I think. There's only 2 left. There's a KB1 and what else is the enemy team? Crusader, self-propelled gun. And there's the Crusader. Can he get a shot on him? Is he there? No. Oh, there it is. There he is. He didn't have an outline for a minute there. That was weird. But look at the fast fire of this gun. Not terribly accurate, as you saw there, but he's going to keep pumping into the area, and a bit slow reaction there. Dynamics. He's going to get in the cap because might as well farm some points while the Skoda T34 takes the KB1 apart. Is he going to get another chance at any more damage? I think he's doing the right thing. He's on very, very low health, and there goes the KB1. Wouldn't have made any difference. He wouldn't have got to him. So nice game there from Dynamics. It was an ace tanker. You got Bruiser, you got Duelist, Fighter, and Far for Effect there. Remember, he was a tier 5 and a tier 7 game. Did extremely well. Did 12. Finished top. No, third on damage. Was that third? Yeah, third on damage. Again, remember he's a tier 5 tank. Finished top on base XP, 1,267 damage, 4 kills, 1,030 base XP. Excellent result. 35 shots fired, hit with 25 of them and penned with 17 for that 1,200 damage. He took 4 hits. It has very, very little armor, so all 4 went in. And he even got some splash damage, was when he got hit by that bishop, I think, that just damaged his tracks. Did a bit of assistance, 300 assistance, which was largely that 88, I think. And he got some cap points, only 18, but it all helps. So 32, nearly 33,000 credits, very few costs, got him down to 28,500 credits. Very nice. And it was first game of the day, so he made 3,000 experience for his crew. Nice little game, really fun. So this time we've got our old friend ManInACan, who sent in a couple of good games recently to the channel. This time he's taking out the second best tier 6 American TD in the game, the Hellcat, because we all know that the Jackson is number 1 and the best one of the 2, as has been proved on numerous occasions on this channel. But ManInACan's going to do a good job with, you know, sort of second-rate equipment that is the Hellcat. I know we're going to have people screaming at the screen for that one. Anyway, we are on Fisherman's Bay. It's a tier 6 game. The Hellcat is a tier 6 TD, and he's coming out to the left flank here as quickly as he possibly can, trying not to get cut up or be cut up by that Panzer 38. Heading out to the rather nice bush there is out on this corner. If you're quick, you can get there before the enemy come piling down this flank, but he's not quite quick enough. First shot, wafts that, missed it. And there's a pair of Cromwells there, which is not great, because they are platooned together and they're a pretty good team, pretty good group. The enemy, I don't know, be judgmental on people's abilities, obviously, but statistically the enemy have got a better team, shall we say, than Man's team. And if you look at the disposition, pretty much everything has come left. We've had a big lemming train to the left, and not a lot over on the other side. Nice hit there on the Cromwell B. Cromwell is down, which is good news, because that's a nasty tank. And you can see that the other Cromwell and the T34 are in real trouble here. Man took a hit early on, but that's about it. He's keeping moving though, because you've seen artillery splashed. We've had there's 2 enemy artillery, and at about this point he obviously realised that the other side was completely bare, and decided to head on out wide. I just realised my map's a bit small, sorry, let me make that peak bigger. So you can see there's one TD right down in the corner. God knows what he's doing down there, looks like he might be committing suicide. And the rest of the team, barring a T67 and a grill, are all on the left hand side of the map. Great. So he's come to a sort of more traditional TD spot, setting up with his binos coming online, his camouflage net kicking in, and he's going to do what Hellcats and TDs do best: camp. Well, that's what TDs are for, camping, after all. And here we go. First customer, a Type T1 heavy. Nice shot into the side of him, 228 damage. There's a KB2. We want him. He can make a mess of everybody's days. Nice shot in there, low roll, 207. And look at all the heavies coming piling down into the cap. The grill and the T67 are dead. I assume that they were both bots because they made very little effort to even move, so good riddance to them. We've got a couple of enemy heavies in the base. Nice shot on the T150. He obviously doesn't have Sixth Sense yet on this tank because he pulled straight back, and you can see they're all focusing far on him. They know exactly where he is and they're turned towards him and they're trying to hit him. However, he is using that rock to good advantage. Now, if there's one criticism I would have, man, and I'm not the best player, so I'm not going to say that. Nice shot on the T1 heavy, by the way. Is that you're making it a little bit predictable. It keeps going back to the same sort of spot, which makes it a bit easier. Maybe he could have dropped down a little bit and taken some shots that way, but whatever, he didn't. Fires at the T150 but misses because he can't afford to fully aim because so many shells are raining in. So there is a T150, a KV85, all in the cap area. In fact, they're coming for him. They're not sitting around, which is not a bad move. KV85 gets a good shot in. Oh, now here comes a KV1. It's KV1 in the lower plate, but that's quite sloped where he hit him. He actually seemed to hit on the upper plate, but he's dead. VK, oh, there goes the T150, the VK in the middle. Nice side shot to him. Where did that shell go? Looked like it was perfectly lined up. Looked like it was ideal to do some damage there. Nice hit that time though. 252 is slightly high roll, which is nice. Another shot into there, 233, very nice indeed. Can he finish him off? 234, be a big roll to do that, and he does it. Oh no, it wasn't him, it was somebody else took him out. So, KV2, take him out. Nice, good job. But he did take a hit on the engine, so his engine is out. But he's done 1800 damage, but if you notice he's down to 2 rounds left. Oh, make that 1 round of AP left. Bouncing off the side armour of a SAL 42. That's yeah, well, that's RNG for you. So, oh, there we go, KB85, first shot misses. Oh, didn't lead it quite enough. Not easy to do. Now he's only got premium rounds and HE. First one, premium up the Jaxie for the KB85, but he takes down our SU100. Can he get another shot? Nice shot in there. Leaves him on 4 hit points. Would you believe it? Oh my word, if the earlier roll hadn't been low, that KB85 would have been history. So, 2,295 damage that we know about. 2 kills. It's still... his team have got an advantage. It's 12 to 11, and obviously that KB85 is on very low health. Also their T28 hasn't been seen, and statistically is a little bit weak. But the artillery, the M44, is a very, very good player, and that is an evil, evil piece of artillery. And he's already got 4 kills in the game, so they've got to be really wary of the artillery threat here. Now, man, interesting, hasn't repaired his engine yet. He has still got his repair kit, but he's obviously decided there's no point doing it just yet until he knows where the threat is and what could be coming, because if they keep pushing his cap, which is not beyond the realms of possibility given the fact there's that really good artillery piece, then he doesn't need to move very far. However, if he's going to have to attack, then he needs that engine back, so I expect to see him repair it any minute now. Now if I was him, I think I would be probably heading up into the middle area, the E line, and see whether I can spot anything. The Hellcat has exceedingly good view range, and also with his binos and camo net, chances are he should spot, or have a good chance of spotting that KV-85. There he goes, fixed his engine. The KV-85 is obviously on very, very low health, and he's probably pulled back now to, I don't know, E7. That's probably where I would go in his situation, trying to catch anything that comes towards his cap. So he's pushing up into the middle area here, just being very wary that there's nothing down the sort of 8-9 line that you can see. Binos have come up, camo net's up. As we saw earlier, it doesn't look like he's got sixth sense on this tank, so it's a rather dangerous situation, but clearly the Churchill and the Stug are not going to do any scouting, and neither is the Burt, so it's really all down to him to do the job for his team, but also try and keep his health intact. Nothing seen so far. Still nothing to be seen. It's a bit of a patience game. I've said this before in TDs, you just have to learn to be patient. Not the best viewing sometimes, but looks like the Stug is heading round towards the city, which is good. Don't know where the Burt is going. They obviously still think that KV is still hanging around towards the cap area. We'll see whether the Burt spots anything. I guess the Stug moving up. It doesn't look like there's anything there, and I think that's what Man's concluded. Oh, and there's the artillery. Enemy artillery. Came right up. He's obviously come up to shorten the range towards our cap, but when he manages to shotgun the Burt, oh my word, Stug's got shots on the M44. Now where is that KV? Can Man get there in time? He's obviously trying to get there before the M44. Oh, don't know what happened there, a bit of a glitch with the recording, sorry. Didn't get there before he could reload, before he would have reloaded, so the M44 will be reloaded almost certainly now. He's just got to keep an eye, got to play this really carefully. It's now 3 plays 3. Now did I see something fall down over to the left there? Don't know whether that was my eyes paying. Oh, it was, yeah, there he is. Oh, there's our friend we haven't seen so far. T28, nice shot. Very good thing it was firing APCR, because it's a quicker shell generally, and it needed to be because it was a snapshot. And if he'd been a slower shell, that would have missed probably. And he's moving and moving and moving because he knows he would have been spotted, and he knows that M44 would love to put a big hairy shell. He doesn't even need to pen him. He could get close. That's all it needs to be. So he's using the Hellcat's great speed to relocate, keep moving, come in from a different, more unexpected position. And these are the sort of times in the game where you get a bit sort of squeaky bum syndrome, don't you, where it's all sort of a bit tense and your hands start sweating and you want to rub your eyes, but you don't want to take your hands off the mouse because you might miss something or miss that vital shot. So it's interesting. It looks like the T28 is headed back towards their cap, because our Churchill hasn't seen anything, and he's just trundling towards the base, which is in normal circumstances suicidal thing to do, but it looks like it's actually a very good move, because it means he should spot anything. He's on full health, 960 health, it's pretty good. I've not spotted anything so far. Now there's the KV-85, and there is the T28, and there's the artillery, and Stug has got himself into a hell of a bad position there, right in the middle of them, all of them. However, the good news is they are all on low health. But now the enemy team have the advantage. Which is not great. Now there's our friend in the T28. A man gets him, takes him down. Good. Got to back away, trying to use this building to make sure he's sheltered from any artillery. Make sure he's no longer spotted before he heads the other way. Probably not enough time not to be spotted, but at least he had the building shielding him, and now he's moving at a reasonable clip when it's quite hard to hit anything moving at a good speed. So it's coming right round. The Churchill's still making progress towards the cap. Let's see what is his state of play. He's not even taken a hit yet, so he's able to wander all the way down there. And I guess the enemy team don't want to hit him because they know the chances are if they do, they'll get spotted, which gives the Hellcats some easy shooting practice. So this is a nice move by Man. He's come right round the back of the enemy base, and he's going to use these bushes here, because we know that the KV-85 was last seen down the bottom there, just about where the Churchill's going, and so was the M44. So where have they gone? Just saw the timer come up. We're less than 2 minutes left in this game. Less than 2 minutes left. He's only got 6 rounds of AP and 3 of HE, but that's ample for what he's got to do here. It looks like the Churchill's decided to get in the cap. Sometimes that's the best move. Get in the cap, draw the enemy towards you, especially because he's on full health. Now the danger for him is that M44, I don't know whether it could actually one-shot him, but it probably could. Certainly could do a hell of a lot of damage to him, so yeah. But then the artillery's got a KV-85 spotting for him. The KV-85, like all Russian tanks, doesn't have the best view range. So the Churchill's done the right thing. He's come to the back of the square, keeping away from everything. There's the best possibility of not being, well, of being spotted at the last minute. And we're back into this observation mode. The M44's got 5 kills, so you can guarantee he's looking for his 6th. Can he get... How is this going to turn out? Only 38 seconds left. Surely one of them's got to make an attempt to reset the cap. Surely, goodness. And it looks like Man's decided, screw this, we're going to move forward. Or maybe he's going to get in the cap too. Yeah. There's only 17 seconds left. 16, 15. Surely these guys have got to pop out at some point. Now it's down to 3 seconds. It's game over. They've left it too long. The RT didn't even fire a blind shot. Wow. And what a win it was. It was an ace tanker. He got bruiser, he got fire for effect, and he got high caliber. Finished up top in his team for damage. In fact, twice as much damage as anybody else on his team, and almost twice as much on the enemy team as well. 2,645 damage, 3 kills, 1,269 base XP. Monumental good game. 21 shots fired, 15 hits, 12 penetrations. 2,645 damage, as we said. He took 2 hits, they all 2 penetrated. Well, it's the Hellcat, not the Jackson, so what do you expect? He even got over 1,000 assistance damage, which was nice, and 6 capture points. Fired so much stuff, including AP because APCR, because he'd run out of his standard rounds, so he actually ended up only making a very small profit for an ace tanker of well, 19,500 credits when he'd made 47.5 gross. And he got 1,903 experience with the premium account, times 2 for the day gave him 3,800. So nice game, really nice game. Just goes to show why the Hellcat is the second best Tier 6 American turreted TD in the game. I hope you enjoyed these videos. If you did, please give it a like, and if you haven't already done so, subscribe to the channel. It really helps me, and it's great to see the numbers going up. So thank you for those who have, and please, in anticipation of those who haven't yet but will do, thank you to you too. and enjoy your games, have fun. Remember, it is just a game. Try not to take it too seriously, and I'll see you again soon. Gamerdom out.